What's up, YouTube? This video is actually here to do another video request from demonseedboy. One of my subscribers. He wanted me here. Yeah, he wanted me to do a video comp of my favorite animes or anything from my favorite animes, I guess. So that's what I'm gonna do. Also, real quick, if you got a Facebook page, feel free to like me and Game On Call 9's Facebook page. I'll put a link in the description below, and there you go. So, in this video, I'll be talking, it's not going to be in any particular order, but I'm just talking about some random scenes from one of my favorite animes, or a few of them. So, I'll start off with Kenshin. I know it's about to be really crazy what I'm about to say, but I actually didn't read the manga. When it first came out, I was like freaking, I don't know, 7. I didn't know what the hell a manga was. So, I was sitting on Toonami. I will read the manga, but anyway, so I've seen the anime. So, I want to talk about, like, you know, when he fought Sojiro. If I remember right, you know, Sojiro, he was a kid, and he was competing with Kenshin, who, you know, as we all know, Kenshin is pretty much a beast. But he was as fast as Kenshin's. Kenshin had Godspeed, whatever that is, and and Sojiro was actually, I think, even faster than him. And he was the first opponent to push Kenshin past his physical limits. Like, everyone Kenshin fights for somehow always push him past his mental limits, but Sojiro actually pushed him past his physical limits. Like, he had to use a special move or he would have lost. And Sojiro was, I think, the first and probably only person to actually play with Kenshin. Like, he actually took him lightly but was still winning. Like, only person I can think of that actually did that to Kenshin. And Kenshin, even when he used his special move and he has super Godspeed, Sojiro was still able, he lost, but he was still able to comprehend how to defeat that super move so Shishio could win. So, you know, Shishio being so young compared to Kenshin, it's just pretty awesome that he was able to pretty much toy with Kenshin, because you don't really see that much. So, that's probably one of my favorite moments in the anime of Kenshin. And next, I'll probably talk about One Piece, more specifically Zoro. If you've been with me from the beginning, you know Zoro is my favorite character from One Piece. My first video on YouTube was an AMV about Zoro. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's only like 3-4 minutes. Anyway, Zoro's my favorite because he's just so awesome. I mean, he's a freaking human. He has no devil fruit. As far as we know, he has no haki, and he is a top tier in One Piece with no devil fruit. Like Sanji, I like Sanji, but I wouldn't say he's top tier. I mean, he'd be borderline top tier, but Zoro is hands down top tier, fighting the second strongest all the time. Like, we all know Sanji fights the third strongest, Zoro fights the second strongest, and Luffy fights the strongest of whoever they're fighting at the time. And that's freaking awesome. Like, Zoro is fighting people that is almost as strong as what Luffy's fighting. And Luffy, you know, Luffy's not my favorite character, but I do like him. He is, in his own right, he is very, very smart. I mean, he has freaking rubber, and he does amazing stuff with it. And Zoro is right under him. So that's freaking awesome. And he's a freaking human. And this dude is cutting boats in half. He's stopping punches from giants. He's standing up to freaking Neptune. Like, come on, Zoro is freaking awesome. I love Zoro. Most of my One Piece AMVs will probably be Zoro. I can't help it. I mean, I am pretty much a Zoro fanboy. Hands down. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for One Piece. Now, this anime I'll talk about next, you may or may not heard about it. It's called Air Master. Apparently, it's actually a seinen. I don't get why. Like, it's nothing promiscuous about Air Master. It's a martial arts anime. There's like no cussing. There's no nakedness. There's nothing in it. But somehow it's a seinen. But anyway, for those who don't know, like I said, it's a martial arts anime / manga. You got the main character Maki. She's called the Air Master because she can jump really, really high. That's pretty. That may sound kind of stupid, but it's actually pretty cool the way they do it. I do like the anime. I'd recommend it. It's only like 20-something episodes. But anyway, Maki is pretty much, she is a street fighter. She is like she lives on the street fighting. That's what she does, and she generally wins most of her fights. Even if she's losing, she gets into this like mode, where she has like pretty much she like I don't really know how to explain it, but she becomes like really awesome. Like she actually gets into the moment of fighting. Kind of like you say, like she just enjoys the thrill of the fight. So 9 out of 10 she wins her fights, but towards the end, I think like episode 24, she fights this lady. I don't remember her name, but she was I think she was in top three in Japan, and that was the first time that we seen Maki pretty much get her ass handed to her. Like it was insane. Like Maki beats everybody. Like everybody, she never loses. But this lady who used, I think she used like Aikido. So I don't know, it's a martial art where you use your opponent's strength against them. And she was just playing with Maki. Like every time, like if Maki kicked, she moved the kick and threw her. If Maki punched, she grabbed the punch and put her in submission. She was the first person to actually easily beat Maki. Easily. Like when I say easy, I mean like it was like she was fighting a 1-year-old. That's how easy Maki got beat. And it was, and what made it even worse is Maki actually got like a power up. Now, Air Master is not an anime or manga where they have special powers, but Maki kind of did have special powers. She had this ability. It's pretty much like precognition. She can see the air around someone and determine where they're gonna hit. So she actually used that, but she still lost. So that, to me, that was probably like her most embarrassing fight. Like she could actually semi-see the future, and I don't even think she landed a hit on the lady. If so, it was just a hit, and she lost. She lost horribly. She got stabbed. Like the lady stabbed her on her breast, like on both sides, and it was pretty horrible. But I mean, it was a good fight, but it was horrible in the sense that Maki just got destroyed. But it was a good. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you watch it. I don't know about the manga because like I said, I really just got into manga, so I can't recommend manga too much. And next one, I'll be talking about Naruto. I know Naruto gets a lot of hate, but I don't really care. But I think this fight was awesome. Kakashi versus Zabuza. I didn't see the manga again, but the reason why I was gonna pick actually Naruto versus Sasuke, but the reason why I'm picking this one was mainly because we all know Kakashi has the Sharingan, and he's called the Copy Ninja, the man with 1,000 jutsu. But never in the show, and I doubt the manga, that we ever seen this dude use the freaking Sharingan to copy people. Never. But in this fight, it was really, I think, the first main kind of fight or villain in the anime, Zabuza. This fight was the first, and I'm quite sure only time that we actually seen Kakashi copy. So that was awesome. If you remember, Zabuza was doing the freaking hand seals. It was probably like 50 hand seals to do the water dragon jutsu, and Kakashi was already beat up. Like Zabuza was actually winning. Zabuza would probably be a lot stronger if he was later on in anime, but he was the first villain, so he kind of had to be weak. But Zabuza in his own right was insanely strong. He was playing with Kakashi, and technically Kakashi had manga Kyo, he just didn't use it. So I'm just saying, give respect to Zabuza. But anyway, so he's doing his long ass hand seal jutsu, and Kakashi breaks out the Sharingan. I want to say it's the first time we've seen it from him, but it happened so long ago, I don't really know. And he's copying him seal for seal. And Zabuza's like, oh, this is pretty much insane. Like, the copy ninja is copying me. What am I going to do? And it's pretty epic. Like they're standing on the water, and you see like the dragons like coming out and like about to battle royale. And that was pretty awesome scene. I mean, like I said, it was the first and only time we ever see Kakashi use his namesake, the copy ninja. It's the first and only time we seen him copy somebody throughout the whole entire show. So that's why that is one of my favorite moments. And I mean, Naruto is not really my favorite anime. I would definitely not put it in my top 10. But that scene to me was pretty awesome. Just like One Piece. One Piece is not really, I won't put that in my top 10 either. But the characters, like, I love Zoro. I mean, he'd be my top 10 characters just because. And, I mean, Kakashi vs. Zabuza is not the awesomest scene ever, but I thought it was quite cool, you know. And same thing for Airmaster. Not really my favorite, but cool scene. And last thing I'm talking about is Yu Yu Hakusho Sensui. Sensui was awesome. As a fight scene, you know, like he killed Yusuke. So that, I mean, Yusuke died twice altogether. The first time, I mean, he got killed obviously, but I mean, it was just by a random car. So Sensui was the first and only person to actually kill Yusuke. And in all reality, he killed Yusuke easily. Excuse me. Like when he turned into his personality, Yusuke could win. But when he turned into Shinobu, he just played with him. There's actually a point in the story where, since we say, you know what, you're actually stronger than me. You know, if I'm a 6, you're a 10. You know, you're faster than me. If I'm a 5, you're an 8. If you know, even I think he even said he was smarter, like fighting wise. Now since we pretty much said that my actual skills are subpar and yours are beyond subpar. But you know what? Here's a list of reasons why you're not gonna beat me. I don't remember the list, but that was pretty epic. Like this dude, like Sensui, this dude said, you know what? You are actually stronger than me, but you're still gonna lose. Like, how do you not think that's epic? That's pretty epic. And he said, like, you know, his spiritual energy. He said, if you, this dude said, if yours could fill a fishbowl, mine could fill an ocean. And I don't know if that's really oversaturating, because it's possible. I mean, he has sacred energy, so it's possible. I mean, Sensui, hands down, awesome. But the fight scene between him, like when he killed Yusuke, that was pretty epic. Like, you know, we just got Toguro killing Kuwabara, but I don't know if it was implied that Toguro didn't really want to kill Kuwabara, so somehow, like, through telepathy, they communicated and he fake killed Kuwabara, and he gave Yusuke the power up. But this time it was a whole different thing. Since we didn't necessarily care, Yusuke was in the way, so he needed to be removed, so he needed to be killed, and it wasn't gonna be no face stuff, you know. But at the same time, you know, Kuwabara and Kurama needed a power up themselves because they couldn't handle Sensui, and they couldn't handle A-class demons, because at that time I think they were B-class. And B-class is Toguro level, which, although Toguro was awesome, B-class is nothing. So anyway, so, you know, Yusuke, he's pretty much, at this point, he's gave up. You know, he's like, you know what, I can't beat this dude. Like, there's no way I'm gonna beat them, or him. My friends are trapped right there, and I can't save them. And even if they did get up, they can't do nothing, because I'm stronger than them pretty much, and, you know, it's just not gonna work out. So Yusuke, he says, you know what, you know, this is it. And he stands there, and Sensui's like, you know, I think Sensui's like, you know, I don't even want to do this, you know, like, I want you gone, but I don't even want to kill you anymore. So he stands there, and Kuwabara's like freaking out. He's like, no, you know, he's crying, and he's trying to use his dimensional sword, but it's just not working because he hasn't harnessed it, and like, it was insane. So, you know, Sensui comes in for the kill, and he stabs him right in his heart, and you see him slow motion falling, and like, to me, this is one of the most awesome scenes in Yu Yu Hakusho. You see, I mean, Kuwabara has pretty much just lost it. I mean, he actually, like, when you say first died, they wasn't friends, but now they're friends. You know, they done been through not demon tournament, but the Dark World tournament together. They almost died together, and he's sitting there and he's helpless, and his friend just got killed, so he's like freaking the hell out. Even Kurama, it's just like, you know, he puts his head down. Even Hiei, I mean, we all know Hiei like Yusuke and Kuwabara, but he never shows the outward emotion towards them. Even Hiei put his head down in sadness, and that was a pushing moment for not to cut off, but even since it was like, you know what, I'm actually sad by this death. You know, this was another meaningless death that could have been avoided. Like, it's kind of it's funny because everybody was actually sad at Yusuke dying. Even the villain was sad that Yusuke died. And that enables Kuwabara to actually use his Jigen-Toe dimensional blade, cuts through, and if I remember right, you see everyone crying. And I mean, obviously Kuwabara's gonna cry, but I mean he, if I remember right, actually shed a tear. And he's like, you know what, I'm gonna kill you. And he instantly uses, and like that moment right there actually made them go from B to A instantly. So he comes out, he's like, you know, I'll kill you. And he has his darkness flame. Kurama instantly transforms to Yoko, and he's attacking. And Kuwabara is he's pretty much, he's still in shock, but he's behind and he starts attacking. And since you know, he's nonchalant now, but he pretty much, he goes to Demon World and they can't get through without Kuwabara because they become A-class demons. So they got powered up. But to me, that was an awesome scene. I mean, how many times can a main character die and everyone be affected? You know, that's why that was awesome. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. This video is quite long. I wasn't expecting to be this long. I hope demonseedboy especially enjoyed this video, since this was pretty much specifically made for you. So don't forget to comment below, thumbs up the video, to share it, you know, spread it around, and subscribe if you want to see more.